From vertical cities that bend the sky to artificial beaches glowing under digital suns, China is no longer imagining the future, it's building it. And while the West debates blueprints, China is already opening the doors. So before we dive headfirst into the jaw-dropping megaprojects rising across this colossal country, make sure to hit that subscribe button because what you're about to see might just change how you view cities forever. Imagine stepping through a set of towering glass doors, not into a building, but into an entirely self-contained world. A place where the weather never changes unless it's programmed to, where the sun always rises on time, the ocean always sparkles, and the palm trees sway even though they've never known a real breeze. Welcome to the Global Center New Century in Chengdu, China, a structure so massive, so unprecedented in scale and ambition that calling it a building almost feels like an insult. This isn't just architecture, it's engineered imagination. Sprawling across an unfathomable 1.76 million square meters, this behemoth is nearly 3 times the size of the Pentagon and rivals the footprint of an entire Manhattan district. If buildings could be cities, this would be a capital. But even that doesn't quite do it justice because it's not just a place to work, shop, or stay, it's a completely curated ecosystem, built from the ground up to function like an indoor planet. Once you're inside, the outside world fades away. Behind its gleaming glass facade lie more than 2,000 luxury hotel rooms, offering views that are more science fiction than skyline, not just the city of Chengdu stretching into the distance, but entire landscapes within the complex itself. Guests wake up to the soft golden hue of an artificial sunrise projected across a 150-meter long LED dome ceiling, simulating the arc of the sun in a digital sky. And when night falls, it doesn't just get dark, it becomes ambient, cinematic, almost celestial. The complex pulses with life. 14 cutting-edge IMAX theaters operate like their own private film circuit, offering enough capacity to host an international film festival without leaving the premises. Above them, a full Olympic-sized ice rink draws athletes from around the world, glistening under programmable lights that can mimic everything from moonlight to auroras. And then there's the beach. Yes, a beach. Not an exhibit, but a full-fledged tropical coastline housed under a dome. It's the beating heart of the complex, the world's largest indoor water park, complete with 400 meters of shoreline, artificial waves, and a turquoise sea that never grows cold, never gets polluted, never dries up. The scent of salt water, carefully engineered through subtle aromatic diffusers, wafts through the air, and the climate-controlled breeze gently flutters the fronds of imported palm trees. The entire experience is so immersive, so finely tuned to mimic nature, that your brain gives up questioning what's real and simply accepts it. The Global Center took only 3 years to construct, a timeline that seems almost implausible for something so colossal. Entire neighborhoods in Western cities take longer to plan, let alone build. But here in this rapidly accelerating chapter of Chinese urban innovation, ambition isn't measured in years, it's measured in scale and in vision. To compare it to the Mall of America or Dubai Mall is to compare a city bus to a space shuttle. This isn't just a shopping center, a hotel, or a convention complex. It is all of those things simultaneously and so much more. There are business offices, universities, luxury apartments, international exhibition halls, 5-star spas, and entire indoor neighborhoods complete with cobblestone streets and painted skies that resemble the soft twilight of a Tuscan village. Restaurants and cafes line the faux plazas, serving global cuisine beneath archways lit with artificial light. You can have French wine, attend a business meeting, go ice skating, sunbathe on a simulated beach, and watch a movie all without ever stepping outside. It's not a building, it's a self-contained civilization. And while it may seem extravagant, even absurd to some, the Global Center is, in many ways, a living prototype. A blueprint for how humanity might live when nature becomes too hostile, too unreliable, or too far away to trust. In an age where climate chaos, pandemics, and overpopulation loom larger than ever, the Global Center poses a provocative question. What if we stopped adapting to the world and started building worlds that adapt to us? It's a thought experiment brought to life in steel, glass, and climate-controlled comfort. The sunrise is never late, the weather is never inconvenient, and the entire concept of outside becomes optional. Because here in Chengdu, the future has already been built and it's indoors. So the question isn't just why they built it. It's what happens when more cities follow this path, when humanity starts stepping indoors not just to escape the weather, but to reinvent what living means altogether. In the beating heart of Luzhou, Shanghai's financial epicenter, a tower forms spiral skyward. Not merely a skyscraper, but a revolutionary symbol of the 21st century. This is Shanghai Tower, a bold proclamation that the future isn't just horizontal, it's vertical. Rising a staggering 632 meters, or 2,073 feet, into the sky, it's not just the tallest building in China, it's the third tallest on Earth. But this tower doesn't compete with height alone, it redefines what a skyscraper can be. From the moment you step inside, you're transported into the realm of science fiction. World's fastest elevators, built by Mitsubishi, rocket passengers upward at 74 kilometers per hour or 46 miles per hour. That's 18 floors every 15 seconds. In just 55 seconds, you're at the 119th floor, eyes wide, lungs catching up, peering down on a city that seems to shrink beneath your feet, but the marvel doesn't end at speed. The tower's most iconic feature is its elegant 120-degree spiral twist, a feat of precision engineering. This wasn't done for aesthetics alone. The twist reduces wind loads by 24%, allowing engineers to use 25% less structural steel, cutting costs, reducing materials, and enhancing sustainability. It's not just a design, it's a solution, blending beauty with aerodynamic brilliance. Encased in a double-layer glass skin, the tower breathes like a living organism. This thermal buffer zone acts as insulation, reducing the building's energy demands by moderating indoor temperatures. It's a breathing facade, filtering light, managing heat, and whispering against the winds. But what makes Shanghai Tower truly revolutionary isn't what's on the outside, it's what's within. Inside its skin are 9 vertically stacked sky lobbies, each serving as a self-contained neighborhood in the sky. These are not merely elevator stops, they are internal cities with retail spaces, restaurants, gardens, lounges, and even cultural venues. It's an entire ecosystem suspended in the clouds, a place where you can work, live, and socialize without ever touching the ground. Its infrastructure is equally futuristic. The tower integrates wind turbines that generate power for its lighting. It collects and recycles rainwater, cools itself with geothermal energy, and is certified LEED Platinum, a global stamp of sustainable excellence. Shanghai Tower isn't just a building, it's a manifesto, a defiant rejection of sprawl, a towering leap toward vertical sustainability, a smart city wrapped in steel and glass designed not just to rise above the skyline, but to inspire skylines of tomorrow. Here in this monumental spiral of glass and innovation, the future lives and it looks down on us, but on today's list, this is almost nothing. Just wait, because the remaining will make you doubt everything you know. What if skyscrapers didn't just rise vertically, but reached out across the heavens like a dragon stretching its wings? In the heart of China's mountainous metropolis, Chongqing, that impossible vision has already come to life, and it's called Raffles City, Chongqing. Standing at the confluence of Yangtze and Jialing rivers, a crossroads of history, commerce, and civilization, Raffles City, Chongqing doesn't just pay tribute to its past, it rewrites the rules of the future. Designed by world-renowned architect Moshe Safdie, the mastermind behind Singapore's Marina Bay Sands, this urban complex reimagines the skyline itself. It features 8 soaring vertical towers that anchor the structure to the earth, but the true marvel lies not in how high they rise, but in what hovers above. Suspended 250 meters above the city, linking 4 of the towers, is a glass and steel leviathan known as the Crystal. At 300 meters long, it's not just a sky bridge, it's a horizontal skyscraper, a floating city in the sky, often described as looking like a spacecraft docked midair. It's the second highest sky bridge in the world, but arguably the boldest in concept. Engineered to withstand magnitude 8.0 earthquakes and typhoon-force winds up to 250 kilometers per hour, the Crystal doesn't just defy gravity, it laughs at it. When you enter the Crystal, the surreal only deepens. You don't just walk across, you experience it. Step into a cloud-level garden where bamboo and tropical flora sway in a controlled ecosystem. You can sip cocktails in sky-high luxury lounges where the windows stretch from floor to ceiling, giving you panoramic views of the rivers that built the city, the Yangtze and Jialing, weaving through the urban jungle like ancient veins of civilization. There's a sky-high infinity pool and a private observatory deck that makes you feel like you're floating above time. The Crystal is a destination within a destination, the kind of place that redefines what urban living means and a bold symbol of what's possible when imagination isn't limited by gravity or tradition. You may think you've seen crazy ideas in this review, but this will totally blow your mind. Now imagine a city that doesn't just respond to your needs, it anticipates them. A city that breathes data, adapts in real time, and never sleeps. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Welcome to Suzhou Smart City, a breathtaking glimpse into humanity's urban future. Nestled in the heart of Hangzhou province, this sprawling 278 square kilometer landscape isn't a distant dream or a pilot project buried in white papers. It's real, it's operational, and it's redefining what it means to live in a truly intelligent city. Here, artificial intelligence is the invisible mayor, quietly running the show. Streetlights no longer run on timers, they respond to movement, dimming when no one's around and brightening at the approach of a pedestrian or vehicle. It's subtle, instantaneous, efficient. Public buses glide through intersections without drivers. These autonomous vehicles operate on algorithms so precise they're scheduling down to the second, reducing wait times and eliminating human error. Traffic lights sync themselves automatically, guided by live congestion data and predictable analytics, cutting urban gridlock by 30%. But Suzhou isn't just about convenience, it's about security too. Over 1 million faces are scanned daily through an intricate network of high-resolution surveillance cameras and biometric checkpoints. It's a controversial but effective system that has reportedly contributed to a 40% drop in crime across key sectors of the city. Theft, assault, and vandalism aren't just deterred, they're proactively intercepted before they escalate. Even garbage doesn't escape the network's gaze. Smart bins monitor their fill levels and signal collection crews before overflowing. Drones buzz overhead inspecting infrastructure and monitoring air quality, while building facades come alive with screens broadcasting real-time environmental updates from pollen levels to ultraviolet exposure. Healthcare is similarly revolutionized. In Suzhou's connected hospitals, AI triages patients before they even speak to a doctor, analyzing symptoms submitted via phone or wearable tech. Prescriptions are auto-generated, diagnosis double-checked by machine learning modules, and robotic arms assist in complex surgeries with precision human hands can't match. And at the heart of it all is Suzhou Industrial Park, the city's brain. Here, tech giants, urban planners, and state agencies collaborate inside cloud-powered control centers, vast digital command rooms that oversee the beating pulse of the metropolis. Dashboards flicker with real-time feeds from every district, monitoring water usage, energy flow, public safety, and even citizen satisfaction metrics. While much of the world debates the ethics and logistics of smart cities in sterile think tanks and cautious policy rooms, China is already living inside one. Suzhou Smart City is not a concept, it's a paradigm shift. A bold, unapologetic leap into AI-governed urban reality where efficiency trumps tradition, where data is king, and where the future isn't waiting, it's already here. Let's be honest, in the heart of the world's most populated cities, parking isn't just inconvenient, it's a daily nightmare. Endless circling, angry honks, double-parked frustration, and wasted time have become the soundtrack of urban life. But in Hangzhou, that chaos has met its match. Welcome to the future, encased in glass and steel rising 20 stories above the skyline of eastern China's pulsating tech frontier. This is no ordinary structure. There are no windows, no doormen, no soft-lit lobbies. What stands here is something bolder, colder, and far more intelligent. A fully automated robotic parking tower, unlike anything the world has ever seen. At first glance, it looks like a sci-fi artifact. A glimmering monolith that would feel more at home on Mars than in a business district. But what happens inside these walls is even more surreal. Here's how it works. You arrive at a sleek ground-level bay. There's no spiral ramps, no crawling queues, just you, your car, and a system that's been trained to think faster than you ever could. The moment you step out and press a button, your vehicle is whisked away silently, efficiently, vanishing behind secured doors. Then comes the ballet. Guided by a constellation of sensors, hydraulics, and neural networks, a robotic lift system grips your car and carries it upward into the mechanical belly of the beast. There, your vehicle is gently, almost reverently slid into a slot. Not randomly, but with a digital choreography that considers weight, timing, and even your likely departure time. It's simply a vertical Tetris designed by AI. And don't worry about delays. At the sister site in Shenzhen, a similar system retrieves a car in just 90 seconds. The AI reads your license plate, checks traffic patterns, and brings your car to the surface before you even finish your text. What used to be a 20-minute ordeal now feels like a seamless, almost cinematic experience. And the scale? Mind-bending. In the same land area that might fit 500 cars, the Hangzhou Tower parks over 1,600 thanks to its vertical design. That's a 220% increase in efficiency without expanding the footprint by a single square meter. No more fumbling through dimly lit garages. No more exhaust-choked concrete caverns. No more urban lands swallowed by parking lots that do nothing but sit and bake in the sun. Instead, what we have is this architectural marvel that redefines space, but more than anything, this is a vision realized. Because the Hangzhou robotic parking tower isn't just about convenience. It's about rethinking the very structure of our cities, where verticality meets necessity, where automation becomes harmony, where technology doesn't just assist, it architects a better daily life. These aren't isolated blueprints, they're part of a seismic shift. From glass spirals piercing the sky to artificial suns rising indoors, China is redefining what cities can be. While other nations are still chasing the idea of tomorrow, China is testing it, refining it, and in many cases, already living it. So the question isn't can they build it, it's what's next. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video with us, and catch you in the next one.